up, everybody? This is Mark Henninger from Sound and Vision at CEDIA 2024, and I am here with Juan Reyes at the 8K Association booth. What we want to talk about is where 8K is going, what its uses are, and how you're conveying that message through the CI channel, but also to the regular consumer.
Yeah.
But first of all, what's up? How's the show going for you?
Show's going great for us, Mark. Thank you for having me. We really appreciate it.
Sure.
Yeah, the show's going well. We've had a lot of interest from different people coming to our booth, whether they're integrators, whether they're looking for partnerships. We've had a couple great panels. We had an executive panel talking about the business side. We had another panel talking about the content production side, the 8K ecosystem. So it's been a really, really good show for us so far.
Well, tell me something. One of the most fascinating things in this past year is that TVs 100 inches or 98 inches and larger have suddenly become a phenomenon. So that must really be good news for 8K as a format or as a resolution.
That is great news for us, because one of the big things about 8K is the larger the screens, the more you can take advantage of the higher resolution. Here at our booth, we've got a Samsung display, an 85-inch demonstrating the 8K capabilities. Hisense has their 120-inch 8K projector here, so people can actually come here, take a look at it, and really see the capabilities and the immersiveness and the realism that you get from an 8K display close up and even further back. One of the great advantages too about it is that you don't have to sit so close to take advantage of that. You can sit further back and still get a lot of that detail, high resolution you can from the images.
Sure. I think people will be surprised to find out that they do start seeing individual 4K pixels once the screen gets big enough.
Absolutely. It used to be more, 65-inch was the largest that you would see, maybe some 75s. Now you're getting into 75, 80, 90, and even larger than that. And that's where you can truly take advantage of the 8K resolution.
Right on. So a lot of devices today are already HDMI 2.1 equipped, and so 8K, as far as that pipeline goes, is set. But what can you tell us about the 8K content availability and pipeline?
So the content availability, that is something that is currently being worked on. That's the area that we are looking to work with, content owners. We have IMAX as one of our members and others. We're trying to help promote the content ecosystem, getting more and more of that eco workflow for 8K to, throughout that pipeline, do it at the 8K resolution. We've got it on the capture side. Organizations are doing the cameras, Red Digital, Black Magic. They've got the 8K capture. We've got the 8K editing with software companies. You've got the 8K encoding capabilities with companies like Spin Digital, the decoding capabilities, players like from Intel. So that whole ecosystem is there. You can do end-to-end 8K now. We just need more and more content owners to start to create that content, getting platforms available to distribute that content and getting it so that we've got the ability to deliver it to the homes. The nice thing about the encoding capabilities that we have now, the bit rates that we have through the VVC encoding, the same bit rates that you have with 4K. So there's no need to add any additional infrastructure speed to the home. If you can receive 4K in your home now, you can receive 8K.
Fascinating. And I know that in the world of video games, there is some content already because it's not resolution fixed. And so can you talk a little bit about that, and do you have messaging within that category?
Yeah, that's a very exciting category. It's a good question. 8K 60 is something that the displays, HDMI 2.1 is ready to demonstrate now. So any of the gaming platforms, whether it's a console, whether it's a PC, 8K 60, we are ready to go. In fact, the content we are demonstrating here at the booth is demonstrating from Intel, as from NHK, 8K 60p, HDR10, and it just looks amazing.
Well, yeah, one of the things that I found fascinating in my own experiments with it is that when you go to 8K, you don't have to use the 4x, 16x anti-aliasing filtering to get rid of jaggies. In essence, you don't see that effect because the resolution becomes so fine, and so that actually speeds up the processing. So you'd think that you'd have this hit in terms of the frame rate, but you actually don't, because you can cut back on that the anti-aliasing and just have more of like a pure image.
Yeah. 8K resolution gives you a lot more capabilities, a lot more to play with. It's another tool in the toolbox, and the fact that you can use it from end to end in the ecosystem, it's there, it's ready. We are just again working on more content, working on promoting the ecosystem and getting more people on board with 8K and getting more members into the 8K Association to help us, extend that message.
Sure, you got to have that messaging for people to even know that their equipment supports it already and that they could use it and what that benefit would be. So what are you holding there?
Yeah, so what we have here is a white paper that we recently released, Seeing the Bigger Picture, where it goes into a lot of detail in regards to the 8K ecosystem, the business side, the super realism that you get, the immersiveness that you get out of 8K and the advantage that 8K has today. Originally there was a lot of some skepticism about, well, can you really see the difference? Is there truly an advantage? And this paper goes into a lot of, scientific data, business data, workflow data on the advantages of 8K. So we have this available here at our booth to hand out. We have it available on our website for anybody to be able to go in and download that white paper.
Right on. Well, then probably folks should read up on that. And,
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for that overview, Juan. Appreciate
All right.
it. All right, hope you have a good rest of your show, man.
Thank you, Mark.
All right.
Appreciate it.